Hello, welcome to Hak5. My name is Darren Kitchen, and this is your weekly dose of Technolust. Shannon is AFK, and this episode, which is kind of a non-episode, is for me, but in the future, and I'm gonna bring you along. So I don't know if I've ever shared this with you, but I actually have a terrible memory. I'm kind of like that NT4 server in the closet that sometimes shuts down and doesn't come up back properly, and you're all like searching around for a floppy disk with himem.sys. And so that's me, and I don't know if I've ever told you. I probably forgot to, again, because I have a bad memory. So in order to remember things, I'm going to show you things, and then it'll be like an archive backup copy. It'll be like Linus Torvald backing up a source code by giving it to everyone in the world, or something like that. Isn't that how it works? I forget. So here we are in the 9th year of Hak5, and I would say probably the 4th generation if you're counting the places where we have done the thing. We've had the tiny apartment, we've had the Hak House, we've had Dave's garage, and even the firehouse. Yes, that is in fact a late 19th century, early 20th century firehouse, a big brick firehouse in the middle of Point Richmond, and it is what we have lovingly called home for the last few years. I think, what year? Okay, so the brick says 1910. Which is kind of perfect because here we are in Point Richmond, which has a point in it, and so does Hak5, except it's not Hak.5 because it's pointless. But this place is like Hyrule.
This episode of Hak5 is brought to you by Domain.com.
And so here it is. When we moved into this joint, the landlord told me that it was awesome because the stairs came for free and all sorts of great exercise benefits. And it has been fantastic for 3 years. And welcome, in fact, to Hak5 and Associates. I don't know who the associates are. Maybe she's an associate. That's Sarah. She's an associate. And this is my office, which, as you can see, has sustained heavy damage from the earthquake, or I just haven't cleaned it up in some time. And so I'm showing me / you this so we can remember that, hey, there's where we make the pineapple thing and record the stuff, and got IRC with cute little dinosaurs. I mainly just idle all day, but you guys can find me on Hak5 IRC a lot. I got drone goodies and some interesting juxtapositions. That is in fact how Pine AP works in a nutshell. And this is the corner of memorabilia with things like prototype Mark 5s, and I guess that never made it, and a bunch of other stuff. There's so many little doodads in there. And of course we've got our 3D printer, which we have no place to set up. Ah, my Deutsche bag, of course, which I still haven't unpacked from DEF CON. And look, my desk is so nice, except not really. I cleaned it up, it's normally looking like that. And out into the mess that is the Hak5 studio, we get whatever the work in progress is. Working on a drone, working on a birdhouse, working on a set of ominous boxes. Oop, got the new Hak RF in. Here's the prototype. Here's the, oh, way to go. Dude, this is what's up. Love it. Ah, and here's the kitchen. And here we have costumes and such. We got space suits and whatever that is. More projects. More projects. More pineapple booze. And a Paul!
What is up?
Hey, the Paul.
How's it going?
It goes well. I'm recording history, that is Hak5 in its 4th generation.
Okay.
Yes. Paul's actually been here since tripods and the tiny apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Except
we had, it was like a kitchen dining room set up, and it was, we just kind of stuck, like, you had tin foil as reflectors, and like those, what were they? Like the can lights you buy from Home Depot.
Yep.
You can strap on.
Still works great. You know what? Interestingly, Paul, who has been credited on every episode of Hak5, didn't join Hak5 until I say about the 3rd episode. And this is how you social engineer your friends into getting in on your projects. You just start putting them in the credits and telling them they're part of the project, and they're like, uh-huh, yeah, that little podcast thing, uh-huh, uh-huh. And then eventually, you're like, no, we've made enough references to Paul the camera guy. You're one of us.
I remember, what was it? You had the idea for it, and you were asking me about, like, you were thinking about starting a show, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool. Do you have, like, a script?
Yes, and then I went and learned how to write scripts. There are no scripts.
Man.
You can't have a script.
Was Wikipedia even around back then?
Yeah, of course, but Yeah.
2005. Yeah,
I ended up getting like script writing software. That was horrible. I learned what a teleplay is. There's no teleplay here. What are you doing? What's going on here?
Well, I'm trying to render the masters for archival purpose. I don't know, I got like 3 hack tips to do. I'm all the way back on 1626 with a Hak5, so I got a few to do.
Are you playing Nintendo back there?
No, I'm watching some guys play Nintendo. They're playing Blaster Master.
Okay, cool. And then we have Der Blinken Lights, stack O hard drives, as it were. I love this. There's a pretty NAS, and then right above it, there's just a stack of hard drives.
Yeah, when I rearranged it, I haven't laid the cable down properly.
Well, no need to now. And as we come around the corner into here, we can find this, in fact, is the hack shop, and that is a Serabot. We actually made a tutorial on how to hack shop. This is in fact an e-commerce drinking game for robots. So thank you everybody for supporting us directly in that way that allows us to have only one sponsor and have a Serabot that makes all the hack shops happen.
I do everything. Love you guys. This is going to Ireland. May or may not be vodka. This pineapple is going to Ireland.
Enjoy Ireland, pineapple. This is Greg, and he is one of the stars at the hack shop. He just he's kind of a cheerleader of sorts. He just makes sure that everything happens as it should. Everything here is running Linux for the most part, Linux Mac shop with the Gnome, and not even Gnome 3, the old school Gnome. And this is where the pineapple candy lives, on the floor, because there's no room for it anywhere else. And here is in fact where our latest edition of the birdhouse is coming along. I'd say that's going to hold quite a few pineapple goodnesses. So stay tuned for the rest of that project as it kind of works out. And let's not forget the wall hanging server. I think we've got another one. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. There's just not enough room for anything here. Ah, quad shot. Green screen where Shannon does Metasploit Minute and Mubix does Hack Tip. Oh yeah, and then there's this other room. So, as you can see, we're just a little bit overflowing, just a tad bit. And this room here is which houses some of the bigger equipment, like our laser cutter, which we have unfortunately not had a good opportunity to play with too much because this has slowly turned into a stock room with other CNCs and the home to the giant inflatable pineapple. And I guess this is a giant inflatable duck, but he's feeling quite squishy right now. So I'm showing you this, I'm showing me this so we can remember, and so because also we are moving. It seems after the earthquake we decided maybe we shouldn't be in a 110-year-old brick building that's sitting on a bunch of landfill. And so for that, in dramatic recreation, we can explain to you the process. It's kind of like this, and it is, oh, so terrible. Now we're going to go to a warehouse where it will be awesome and we'll be able to do amazing indoor drone flying hacker space craziness and actually have a place to put laser cutters and 3D printers and other additive manufacturing goodness. So until then, I remind you to trust your Technolust. Also, thanks for sticking with us. The next 3 weeks are going to be really weird.
You smell that? I need to make lemon flavored mustaches. This is the case. This is totally fact. It's how it works. It is now available on the broadbands for which you too can have a brilliant idea. Because when you get that idea, you have to search for it fast. And what's awesome is that domain.com, they've got this quick domain discovery system making their checkout process and everything super simple to get you set up in no time at all. Fire up that web server because we're about to get creative. That's a brilliant idea. I told you guys before, I love domain.com because they're reliable, they're affordable, they're easy to use, but most of all, you'll realize that it is a super fun place to do business. As we have realized, as we tweet them at domain.com and realize, wow, these people are just crazy enough to do business with us. They like lemon flavored mustaches. It's like brand new from the mines of the domain place where they dig up the domains. It's so great. But you know what else is crazy? The savings! If you use the coupon code HAK5 at checkout, you're gonna get an extra 15% off. From your mind, into the web, domain name, website, you're up and running. So when you think domain names, think domain.com.